What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mac. I'm back. Now let's react. Okay, today we about to be talking about ranking the girls of Class 1A from worst to best. Now, I'm already triggered because I don't know what this person's going to say, but let's find out.
Today, I will be ranking the girls of Class 1A from worst to best based on their personality, design, and just how interesting they are. So to start off the rankings, let's talk about Jiro, aka the arch nemesis of recent Apple products. Already her quirk is being rendered obsolete. If you think Jiro is best girl of Class 1A, I assume you also like to eat plain white bread and only listen to Queen and Led Zeppelin on repeat. She got the nerve to have the highlights in her hair resemble audio waveforms, as if that was the most clever design choice of all the girls. It is a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. She doesn't have the worst personality of the girls, and I do kind of like the modest look of her hero costume. But her quirk is just absolute garbage. People like to wonder how Dollar Store Violet Parr got into Class 1A, but I equally want to know how someone with prehensile earlobes with earphone jacks at the ends of them defeated giant mechs or saved a single person during the exam. I think the only real redeeming factor that I can somewhat see people liking about her is that she likes music. I myself am not a music person. I probably couldn't tell you why I like certain pieces of music other than...
Oh, he going in on y'all best girl. He going in.
Whenever I hear my friends talking about music theory, it all just sounds like pretentious garbage to me. But then again, they probably think the same thing when I try to explain basic color theory. The second worst girl for me on this list is Momo. Now, I know a lot of you at home watching right now are very surprised right about now, because you think she's got to be at least top 3 or maybe even number 1. But I am here to tell you that your opinion is just wrong. The only redeeming factor I can think of for her is that she's probably very uptight in more ways than one,
I want to fight
and that she wears a ponytail. Her quirk is also not exactly the worst, but I think Seto brought up a good point when he brought up a question.
It's a creation court, and her design is fire. I don't see what this whole list is already flawed.
Her flip-flop character arc she had during her run in the anime, where she started off as a Giga Chad Alpha Sigma male on that grind set, and then she turns into superhero Virgin Fluttershy because she lost to Jotaro at the UA Olympics or whatever that shit was called, the fucking sports festival. And then Aizawa had to manipulate and lie to her into becoming a Giga Chad again by going easy on her during a training exercise. I don't know, she's alright, but very overrated in my opinion. Next up on the chopping block is Toru Hakakure, otherwise known as John Cena!
Okay, she should definitely be at the end. Like, she should definitely be at the end. Like, we don't even see her.
We also have a crippling gacha addiction. You probably think it's hot that she could either be the most attractive goddess-like woman in existence, or she's like a Benjamin Button female ugly bastard of a student. Everyone likes to meme on her, questioning how she got into UA with the power of invisibility. To be fair, they expand on her abilities, claiming her quirk is actually that she could manipulate and warp the light around her.
She didn't learn that till later on.
How can a human flash grenade take out giant battle mechs? Her power is actually just flashing people, literally and figuratively now. I guess the only point she's getting is that it can be argued that she's a tsundere,
she's actually naked,
some people might like the exhibitionist type girls. Next on the list for me is Mina Ashido, the Twitch e-girl gamer dispenser. Out of all the girls in Class 1A, she's one of the girls I think possesses a quirk that I actually quite like and think is useful. The ability to
she's in the middle, which
all over her body.
I guess I can see that. There's no doubt
in my mind that if you somehow manage to make Mina wet, the Japanese government will classify her pussy as a weapon of mass destruction. She's already acidic down there, according to biology. So imagine what immense power lies sealed away down in there in the fountain of mortality. Even if Kirishima plunged in there fully hardened, nothing but a stump is coming back out. However, I will say she is getting some points docked for her god-awful hero costume. It looks okay in the manga, I guess. Kind of gives off a goopy cheetah skin-like look. But what are these colors? I can't be the only one who wants to scratch their eyes out when they look at this costume in the anime.
Nah, I disagree. I'm fine with the colors. I'm fine with the colors.
Lots of confidence and a cheery dede-go-lucky attitude. And that gets my stamp of approval. We've reached the penultimate contestant on this list, so let's not waste any time and reveal the second to last Miss Universe contestant, Uraraka. Now, honestly, Uraraka would be number 1 on this list if Deku didn't exist. Uraraka's got it all. She's got kindness, spunk, sugar, spice, and everything nice. Those were the ingredients chosen to attempt to create the perfect wife.
I can actually agree with that part.
Professor Horikoshi accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, chemical Deku. Unfortunately, no one will know the true extent of Uraraka's love unless you're Deku. She would 100% accidentally say Deku's name during hot, steamy embrace and just kill the mood and your self-confidence. A true shame, I'd say. It's truly a tragedy more tragic than some of the ancient classics like Oedipus Rex and Romeo and Juliet. On a positive note, she is the only girl in Class 1A who wears tights with her uniform, so that's massive props for me. I will say, however, on the topic of design, her massive hot air balloon heel boots and bracelets are a bit much for me. It just makes it look like she has elephant titers or something. Her quirk, though, is pretty cool and unique. She has the ability to make any object weightless by fingering them. Then she fingers herself to reverse the effects of her quirk. So just to wrap things up, she's top tier, but only if you're Deku. Now this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Just who is best girl of Class 1A, you ask? Well, if you're a fan of the show, you've probably already figured out who it is by the process of elimination. And that person is Suyu. Ever since we were introduced to all the students of Class 1A, she always stood out as a favorite for me.
I don't disagree with her being number one.
Have the honors of being the first girl in the class to be groped by him, if memory serves correctly. Even Suyu probably knows she's top tier. She even wears her hair with a bow in the back as if she were a prize car or a damn birthday present. She's got everything. An amazing character design,
he's just a simp.
Great personality.
He prefers Froppy over all the rest.
The types of girls who you know cares about you, but you don't know she really cares about you. The type that won't kick the shit out of you for even insinuating a love connection, which I know is a deal breaker for a lot of you watching at home. Also, going back to the topic of design, she has a very long tongue and absolutely massive hands. If I go into any further detail, I will absolutely be demonetized. But any of you alpha gamers watching right now,
I knew we were just going with
this. So there's my ranking. Do you guys agree?
Okay, but this is his choices because he's Mineta in a way. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he's completely wrong, but I disagree. I don't think Jiro should be at the end. I don't think Momo should be second to last. Ochaku and Froppy being towards number one. I could see Momo as third. I mean, if I had to choose my ranking, I could say either Ochaku or Froppy number one. I'm going towards more Ochaku, then Froppy, then Yamamoto, then Jiro, then Mina, then Toru. Because Toru doesn't get enough screen time and she's not really my favorite. So at the end of the day, that's my list. You can have your list. Matter of fact, comment down below what your top list is of favorite girls in Class 1A. But let me ask, do you agree or disagree with his choice? I mean, his reasoning behind it. I mean, some was right, some was Mineta type answers. I'm just saying. Yeah, so that's the video. Y'all could comment down below what you want me to react to next. I'm completely cool with that. I'm out.